Chris, CBS 4 does continue to follow breaking news in your local election headquarters. Indiana Senate Republicans reject a new congressional map.
That map could have netted the GOP 2 more House seats in next year's midterm elections. CBS 4 State House reporter Hannah Adamson was in the Senate chamber when that vote was cast about an hour ago now. She joins us live. Hannah, the vote wasn't close, and I think that's what was so surprising.
Bob, I think that's absolutely right. It was the $64,000 question on everyone's minds. Did the Senate have the votes to pass the bill? And now we've learned that was not the case. 19-31. Now, we spoke with the Senate Minority Leader and the Senate President Pro Tem not too long ago. Shelley Yoder tells me that even she didn't anticipate this kind of a turnout against the bill. We have heard hours of testimony from lawmakers on both sides of this issue, and considering the 1931 vote count, that means per the state's constitution, the bill cannot be introduced next month. We know that might have been a concern had the vote been somewhere along 25 to a lesser number, but because it reached the 26 vote threshold, the bill is dead this session. Now, this comes after 5 months of closed-door meetings and visits from White House officials, including the Vice President, J.D. Vance. He visited the Indiana State House twice in the last few months. We also know House Republicans from Indiana visited the White House. We know that Speaker Todd Houston, the Senate President Pro Tem, Rod Bray, actually spoke with President Trump in the Oval Office about this very issue months ago. But this also comes after nearly a month of bomb threats, swatting incidents, attempted swatting incidents, and other acts of intimidation against Senate Republicans, many of which were against the proposal. State Senator Greg Good was one of those lawmakers. Take a listen to what he had to say.
Misinformation, cruel social media posts, over-the-top pressure from within this state house and outside, threats of primaries, threats of violence, acts of violence. Friends, we're better than this, are we not? The free world is counting on the United States of America. Friends, the United States of America is counting on the state of Indiana.
Reluctantly passes.
Senate Republicans also were somewhat split on the issue. We did hear from many who were in favor of this proposal. Many argued if the state refused to get on board with what President Trump has been asking, that progress his administration has made in the past year could eventually be overturned. The Senate sponsor, Mike Gaskill, he talked for nearly 30 minutes, closing remarks, and he showed multiple maps. He argued if Indiana didn't get involved, then effectively we should, because of what blue states are doing, and that it would be some sort of a counterbalance. That was his closing argument ahead of that vote. We'll have much more reaction on both sides of the aisle coming up tonight at 6. But for now, reporting live from the Indiana State House, Hannah Adamson, CBS 4 News.
A great job out there too, Hannah, and others from our team who have been in the